So boys and girls, before we read our new book, we're going to look at the book that we read the past few days. So this is Squeaky's Big Adventure. And remember, we talked a lot about Squeaky. So I was thinking, let's go in. Do you remember yesterday when we were talking about
The cat's shadow?
the shadow page? Remember this page? We were talking a lot about the shadow page. So let me read this page to you. You can read with me if you want. At the park, what did she see? The moon and the stars, shadows in the dark, and a curious cat, a hungry hawk, a dirty dog, and a slithering snake. And remember how we noticed that the author used the words that started with the same letters? Curious cat, hungry hawk, dirty dog, slithering snake. Yes, and we learned all about that. And do you remember when you were talking about what caused these different shadows and what Squeaky might be thinking about? Alberto, can you talk to us about what you were thinking about the shadows? Just use your voice from where you are. What do you think caused these different shadows? Why are those shadows there? Remember you talked about that the shadow of the tree was causing the shadow, the tree? Yeah? How do you think Squeaky was feeling right here?
Scary.
Can you tell us why she was feeling so scared?
Because of the shadow.
Oh. What do you think Squeaky thinks about these shadows? What is she?
Real.
She thinks they're real, doesn't she? What do you think she thinks this is?
A dog.
She thinks that's the dirty dog, huh? And what's this?
Snake.
Ooh, what was the word they used? Slithering snake. Yeah, and what is this one?
A hungry hawk.
The hungry hawk, and this?
A curious cat.
A curious cat. And we saw that the tree made the dog, and this tree made the snake, and this tree made the hawk.
A campfire.
Tell us about the campfire idea we had.
That it looks like a campfire because these look like sticks and smoke and then the fire.
Ooh, so these would be the sticks, and this would be smoke coming up, and this is the fire from the campfire.
And maybe it should be his shadow.
Oh, tell us about that idea, Andres. That was a different idea about what caused the shadow.
Cause like maybe when he's scared, his hairs pull up.
So these could be the hairs that Squeaky has that go straight up because she's scared.
But the ears are pointy.
But the ears aren't pointy, so that's a little bit different. Sometimes shadows maybe look a little bit different. And do you think this could be Squeaky's own shadow?
No.
Some of us were thinking it might be. Remember when we looked at the next page right here? Oh, we had that diagram. Can you talk to your partners? What were you noticing about what Squeaky did on the diagram? Turn and talk to your partners about that. Tell your partner. Balti, what are some of the things you and your partner talked about with this diagram?
We talked about that Squeaky went back the way she came.
And why do you think she did that?
Because she was retracing her footsteps.
Oh, so she went from the park. Where did she go next?
The
zoo, and then
the cheese
store, the beach, the farm, and back to school, and back to school. What are you thinking back there, Esteban?
I think she could have went straight, but the way she went was she went around the zoo, through the cheese store, and by the beach, and then she went through the farm, and then she went inside the school so she can get back in her cozy bed in the cage.
Yeah, because that's how our story ended on the next page, didn't it? All the way home, back to her cozy little cage there. You guys did such amazing thinking work with this. This book has a bear in it.
I know.
What do
The
you know about bears already?
Bears like pizza.
Yeah, you're thinking about the pizza. What do you know about bears?
That they eat fish.
What else do you know?
Some bears like to eat honey.
What do you know, Dylan?
Cake.
You think bears would eat cake as well? What else do you know about bears?
They make a hole for her babies in the winter.
They do. Add on to that thinking, Kayleen. What do we know about bears?
Sharpie claws to climb trees.
Look at all this information that we know. So let's take a peek at our book. I know you all know so many more things.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, you saw it.
Oh yeah, me and this one. We're
You know what I've noticed? You are doing just what readers do when they see the cover of a book and they start reading the title. They start getting excited about the story that they're going to read. It's called A Pizza for Bear. Yes, A Pizza for Bear. And it's written by Nancy O'Connor and it's illustrated by Omar Aranda. In this story that Nancy O'Connor has written, there's a ranger in this park because this book is set in a park. Okay, the setting's a park. And there's a ranger. Now, a ranger, I'm so glad that you asked. A ranger is someone who takes care of the park and takes care of the animals in the park and takes care of the people that come to visit the park. So we're going to see a ranger in this book as well. A Pizza for Bear. So sit back and enjoy this story. Here we go. A Pizza for Bear. Now, I'll read this one to you this time, okay? So you enjoy the story. Bear ambles, bear runs. Ambles means when he moves along really slowly. Bear ambles, bear runs. Bear scratches, and then he swims.
Yeah, swimming is good. He jumped to the water. It's because the bees stinged him. That's why he's in the water and he's scratching.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah. Bear stands still. He sniffs the breeze. Bear smells pizza through the trees.
When he goes on trees.
He comes out of the trees. He smells the pizza.
But doesn't he take care of the people that are in the park?
Let's see what happens. The ranger gasps. It's very rare to see a pizza-loving bear. Up the path and through the woods, away Bear scampers, feeling good.
More bears. I think
What are you thinking, Jessica?
I think going to happen again because the bear wanted to eat the pizza because he was hungry.
Think so? Yeah. What are you thinking, Esteban?
I think because he was so hungry, even from the grapes, they didn't help or the honey.
Oh,
And he got stung by bees.
so back here, he ate some berries, he ate the honey, and you thought he got stung by the bees here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
and then he went to the lake so it can heal.
Uh-huh.
But he, instead of staying there for a long time, he got even hungrier. So he went by and sneaked up on pizza, and then he just chopped it all up. He didn't share. He ripped it and then like nobody got to eat anything.
And he didn't
And
share?
the ranger said
Wait a minute.
that it's very rare to see a bear eating pizza. They would eat anything.
make him hungry.
That happens, doesn't it? When you smell a pizza, or it'll make you hungry for pizza, won't it? Yeah.
And the bear And the bear later called the tiger the bear that wouldn't share because he ate it all by himself.
Oh, and you noticed that there were other bears coming along here?
Yeah, because they smelled the pigs a little bit too.
Ah. What are you thinking, Corinna?
I think that the bears were hungry too and they smelled the pizza, so they thought the same as the other bear.
Oh, you think they're coming for pizza too? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the bear, I think that he didn't want it to share.
He didn't share, did he?
No,
The bear didn't share, huh?
Is it?
Yeah. Wow. You guys did some big thinking about that book. Now, tomorrow we'll read the story again and we'll think some more. Remember how we talked about when you read a story again, your brain gets new ideas
You might
from the story.
and you might get smart and might get stronger in reading too.
You get stronger when you read the books again, don't you?